AFseltzer.com. Get some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. The peach, the lemon lime, the strawberry shortcake, and the blue raspberry. No carbs, no sugars, no gluten if you give a shit about that. We are live in over 100 stores in Tennessee. More just opened up. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, JB's. Yeah.
Oh, no.
I got a little Christmas in my voice. A little Christmas in my voice today.
What does that mean?
Oh, it means I'm bringing gifts down the chimney for all the good little boys and girls out there, Jabes. Today's the day. Today's the day.
You're like fucking spitting.
Today's the day. If you think this is crazy, wait till our Christmas show.
What's
That's
the
gonna
day?
Be out of control. The mustache has begun, by the way.
Today's the day. What's that day?
Today's the day that the new flavors are out, so you can order them on hardafseltzer.com. I've already placed an order. I just got it before I went on air, and I was just like, oh, shit, I'm going to go and get these now.
Right.
Because we're not live in Texas, so I have to order them through the website the same as everybody else. So, like, I didn't want them to sell out. So I'm like panicking before the show starts. I'm like, oh my God, can I get my own seltzer?
Right.
Pina colada's out. Watermelon is out. Go to hardafseltzer.com. We'll ship them right to your house. And I'll be bringing them down the chimney this year.
You had a, oh, that's mommy's juice for like my wine moment.
I sure did.
With the child.
Yep.
Where you were grabbing a seltzer and he said, oh, Dad, are those the new flavors or the original?
Yeah, my 8-year-old said that.
And you were like, the new flavors aren't out
yet, buddy.
Yet, bud, how do you...
Sorry. Did you hear me on a phone call in the other room?
Nope.
How do you know? How do you know?
That's the thing. Like, how does he know that that's mom's juice?
Kids know, dude.
Because we're drinking it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, how does he know?
Yeah.
You're drinking it all the time.
No, they know.
Mm-hmm.
They know. I want to, real quick, before we get started here today, I want to give a shout out. So you have friends in this life that are, your friends and you chat or whatever, but it's rare that you get messages like deep from people. So Tim Kennedy, like, genuinely is like that dude in real life.
He is.
So he just sent me, this was like 5 minutes ago before we got on. He said, hey, how you feeling? Just checking in with you as the holidays are coming up, just making sure your health is okay and that you're right as rain. And I was like, oh my God. And he sent me texts of him hunting with his son and everything else. And it was just like, out of the blue.
That's
how is
so
your health?
nice.
Because I was in the hospital last year this time.
Right.
So yeah.
Right.
This is a Ohio State Michigan week as well, which I missed luckily last year because we lost, but I also missed the Braves World Series. But for someone to remember that and be like, hey, dude, how you doing? How's your health doing? Like,
yeah, on Halloween and Thanksgiving with your family. But no, I know that Michigan. Oh,
yeah, obviously. But
no, I know.
But for a friend to reach out and just ask you how your health is, now I feel like a terrible. I'm gonna text all my friends later and be like, hey, how are you? How's your health doing? How is everything?
Right.
We don't really do that enough, and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn it, man.
Yeah.
How's everything going? I do it, I think, because I don't want to bother people. Like, I know people are busy with the holidays and everything else, and it's like, dude, do you want to get a text like that? But the answer is yes. You absolutely do. Tim Kennedy's a better human than everybody else.
You should text him back and say the most dangerous thing you can do is put down your sword. Do you know what I mean? And he'll be like, dude, you get me. You get me, dude.
Just a great human being. Just a great human being.
Sure.
And that's what this time of year is all about. We're separating the great human beings from the horrific ones,
Right.
like Todd Chrisley and his wife.
Right.
They got separated from the rest of the herd last night. I was watching the Monday night game. Big victory for Daddy and MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinking Bros. Doubles that deposit. Won all the parlays yesterday on the 49ers.
Stick to the story, please.
It was amazing.
Stick to the story.
But they broke in and they were like, oh, hey, Chrisley went to jail. And I was like, huh? I didn't know that if that was a big enough story to break into like a Monday night game and be like, all right, great.
I think so, mostly because of the years that they got, right? The sentence that they got.
Well, I was trying to think about it. Like, how famous are they? And because it was a local commercial that was slipped in, for, oh, hey, by the way, they got arrested and blah, blah, blah. Because ABC, well, Disney owns ABC and ESPN. So it was just like, all right, awesome. And I was like, oh, shit, they got that long? And I caught the blurb of it, and then I flipped over to the article to read it. He got 12 years in prison. She got 7. And then I believe an additional 7 years in parole on top of that. So immediately during the Monday night game, like, I'm done with the game. I was just like, oh my God, what happened? Like, that's a lot. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it is a lot. I was actually in the same, it was just a couple days before that Elizabeth Holmes was sentenced as well to 11 years. She's also pregnant again.
Sure.
So she'll be having that baby in prison.
Little jail baby.
I think it's a big enough story because we just don't really believe that they're going to get that long because they spent their whole reality show was about how kind of opulent their life was and all his Botox and his clothes and everything, his mansion and so you go, wow.
Sure.
Because it sinks in where you go, you are going to spend 12 years.
12 years in prison. Yeah. And the wife is spending 7. Like, that's big boy sentence.
Too.
And so, again, during the Monday night game, like, that I just tossed at that point, I'm going through all the things in the articles because I wanted to know at this point. I was like, well, was it excessive? Was it not excessive? Apparently, the prosecution had recommended anywhere from 10 to 22, and they said that's normal. So, no, 12 years wasn't excessive, I guess.
What?
So I know I kept reading to find out what it really was. So here's what it actually was. And now, I don't feel bad for these people whatsoever. Those local banks you see as you kind of drive around, these little mom and pop banks who are...
Sunshine.
Yeah, like Texas.
Trust.
Would be like the Lone Star State of
Community
Cowboy Bank Center.
Bank. Yeah.
And it's something weird, and you're like, who goes there? Well, like communities go there. Locals go there that don't necessarily trust a
Elderly.
Bank of America. Exactly. They don't necessarily trust a Bank of America or a Wells Fargo or something like that. And to be honest, over the years, because we've used both, the one that never failed and was the most trustworthy, and I got the most honest statements. I never got charged for like weird fees or we're going to clean up your account. That's $28, a management fee, was one of these local banks. We used one in Wilmington for a couple years. And Dan talks about it all the time about using like a local credit union for certain things, and you're going to get honest deals and everything else. That's true. And so I remember when I went in there to do a deal with those guys the first time, because it was something locally we were fixing up in Wilmington. It was either a house or an office or something like that. And you take out the money, you go through the thing. Well, the branch manager comes out and meets you in person. And it's like, hey, shakes your hand. It's like the old times where you're just like, oh, hey, is this an honest loan? Are you an honest person? Or, are you going to do X, Y, and Z? And you're like, yes. And I'll never forget shaking this guy's hand as I left. And there was something different about it where you actually felt more responsible to pay back this guy because he owned the branch and the thing or whatever. Sure. And the way that the employees referred to him was like the boss man of the thing. And it was very old school where you were just like, oh, okay.
Massa.
Yeah, well, that's definitely not that. Nope.
Oh, sorry.
Nope. Sure.
I didn't know how old-timey.
No, it wasn't that.
Okay.
Dollar bills
Wasn't that?
are made out of cotton.
Nah, not doing that today, guys. Too close to Thanksgiving, okay?
Oh, Ross
Got a
doesn't
lot
want
to
to do
be
that
grateful
today.
for, all right? But yeah, it felt like that. And so when I looked into this guy's case, that's what they were doing, was they were going to all of these mom and pop banks around Georgia and Tennessee and all this stuff, asking for huge loans because they were celebrities. They were the most famous people in town.
Right.
Everybody knew the Chrisleys.
Right.
And by the time they had gotten through all of these banks, they had borrowed $30 million
Okay.
from all of these mom and pop banks. Now, again, to compare this to a Bank of America or a Wells Fargo, they don't really have that. And they don't really have that kind of insurance. Like, that's going to take a while for these guys to get back, and it's going to fuck them horrifically.
Right.
So it's not like you went after JP Morgan or Chase or somebody like that. You went after, Lone Star Cowboy Kicks and Boots Bank.
Right.
And that's going to take a long time for these guys to recover. And it was based on, they had provided false statements, bank info from other banks. So apparently they had printed out fake bank accounts and transactions from bigger banks, took them in as hard copies into these banks, and then asked for loans and all this other shit. And they were maxing it out each and every local bank. So most banks, that size, they had $1 million, maybe $1.5 million tops. Well, they fucking cleaned them out. Chrisley's cleaned them out, and then they went around systematically and did this at all these other banks. Now, it all turned because they needed one witness, and the witness was the CPA, who is also Todd's gay lover.
Right.
Huge shock. Bob, can you do a Chrisley for us real quick?
Oh, hey, y'all. Did y'all come over? Y'all a little early. I was just upstairs eating a big old wet pussy.
I was just loving on my wife. Hey, guys, get out of here. I need some private time with my wife.
I'm about to rub on these boobies.
Yeah.
With my...
It was always like, get these cameras out of here. We're about to have big time sex. You're like, you're both in like full button up, like.
Yeah. Yep. So the
pajamas.
gay
Nothing's
lover
happening in
/
there.
CPA turned on him, and he must have known he was in deep, deep shit. Because usually when you get a witness to flip like that, you get immunity. Now, whatever he did not qualify for immunity. So that's how egregious it was.
So the CPA got.
The CPA got 3 years last night.
Okay.
So even in that, like, hey, dude, if you're willing to flip on them and turn all of them in,
Yeah.
and you still have to serve 3 years,
So this
you did some fucked up shit.
Yeah, this is making me think maybe we need to like look into Craig's finances. He just gave us another
Hundo?
basic. He doesn't go full hundo. He goes 99.
I think that's all you can. Craigers.
Okay, so and
what did he say here?
He just ordered 2 cases to help the cause and gave us. So like you have to think about what he spent on the cases. Then he's giving us this money. And so I'm just wondering if maybe the same people that investigated Chrisley maybe need to go after Craig.
So Craigers
in Iowa.
Craigers yesterday on the show said
he's very rich.
He said, hey, there's a shot that his team, Iowa, that doesn't exist, will play Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. He threw a hundo in. He said, let's go. And I said, Craig, you're super rich now. And yes, I will go. If Ohio State ends up playing Iowa, if Iowa miraculously makes it in 2 weeks, I will go with you to the game. But obviously I'm going to need seats on the 50, and it's club,
Wait,
like,
you're going to where?
if it happens. And Craig knows. Like,
No, but where?
It's the middle of Indiana, I believe it is. Yeah.
When? In a couple
Minneapolis.
weeks?
Maybe. I don't think I was going to make it.
What a life
It's
you
2
have.
weeks.
I don't
What a life you have. We have such different lives, you guys. If I want to go to dinner. No, go ahead.
Yeah.
Jesse.
Yes,
this
buddy,
is the Big
buddy.
Twin title. With
This is the Big Ten title, yeah.
Okay,
Ohio State.
okay,
Big Ten championship.
okay. Good point. And he just gets to go, you know what? I'm going to go.
No.
And-
Craigers?
Craigers, dude, this is
Balling
for
out?
we do it for the people. This is not for me. I don't want to go and see us
No,
win
I
another
know.
championship.
No,
like,
I
I don't
know.
want to do that.
I know.
But I would have to, because Craigers is rich. And that's what has to happen in a
He
couple
is
weeks.
rich. He is rich. And again, we're going to have to maybe investigate a little bit, Craig, because
Yeah, we're going to have to check in on Craigers, dude.
whatever, the chips are starting to fall.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
For certain
sure.
people that...
Yep. So the last part of this, by the way, is apparently they have a small baby or child. I don't know the Chrisleys that well. Forgive me. I actually think that I got all I needed out of both of you guys' impressions, and I don't really never need to watch the show.
We summed it up.
Yeah, I mean, so good.
But
I don't
fine.
think he has a baby, though, right, Bob?
Yeah, they have a young child, and so they've asked the judge to stagger the sentences. But my question to you, because you know this world more than I do, when a man and wife get sentences that lengthy, can you stagger those?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, I know Giudice, the Real Housewives that had to go 3 and 5 years, they were able to stagger that.
Okay.
So
Did she serve the full 3 years? Mm-hmm. She did.
I don't know if it was 3 years. She may have just gotten. She just got. I think he got 3 years. She got 18 months.
Okay.
So like
Okay.
he did his first, then
Sure.
I think.
Yeah.
Either way.
We knew they were getting divorced as soon as that was over.
Right.
But yeah, with that,
I think he
They
has a-
don't, dude. The youngest I'm seeing is a fucking 16-year-old.
Yeah. So they don't actually have.
But I guess
a
that,
young.
yeah, it makes sense in so much as like he's not even out of high school. Like one of us needs to be there.
He's
with
a
him.
minor, technically,
so,
right?
Okay. This makes more sense then, because at the bottom of the article they said they were waiting for the child to turn 18. I guess when I read child, I pictured somebody smaller, but not a 16-year-old. So maybe
Yeah, that's their youngest.
2 years then would be yeah. I mean, I'm sure the judge will stagger hers then for 2 years, and then homeboy will go away for 12. Now I looked up his age. He's 53 years old, so he's not getting out until he's 65. Do you do it, or do you just end it?
Do I do the time?
You do 12 years at 53 years old. Do you personally do 12 years, or do you just end your life?
Oh, you get to just like rest. No kids around.
Where?
In prison.
You've been to prison, Jesse. That's not how it
Not
is.
federal. They're going to federal prison, right?
Yeah, they're going to federal prison.
Tennis court prison.
Oh yeah,
no,
they go to like
no,
Jordan
no.
Belfort prison.
No, they're going to federal prison.
He was fed.
Yeah, what I mean by is like, federal as far as like
Well, I saw
white collar. What do you even say?
Club
You know
fed.
what I mean? Club fed. Yeah.
I don't think it's. I don't think
If
it's
it's
there. I
just
don't think
money-
it's a Martha
Low
Stewart prison.
security.
Okay.
If it's money laundering, if it's this kind of thing, non-violent, that whatever.
Yeah.
It is different.
Okay.
Like the housewife was doing like yoga
All right.
and
Well, do you?
going for
So do you
walks
do that for
and-
12 years?
gosh, sounds like a dream.
Okay. My answer's no. I'm fucking offing myself, but
When's he
Not
up for parole?
regular.
Jesus Christ.
Not regular prison. But
he-
yeah.
Is
I'm
he not
pulling the fucking trig, dude. That's it. I'm out.
Is he not up for parole? Before 12 years?
No. So he's got to serve the 12. I think it was something longer. And then they I think after 12, he can get out, and then he's got 7 years of probation, I believe, on top of that. So he'll be 72 checking in until he's 72. Hey, Chrisley, where are you? Just calling you, sucking dick. Okay, do you have your ankle bracelet on? Great.
Right.
Great. He's 72 years old.
But I also think his life when he gets out is to him also going to be worse than death as well. Because his whole persona
Yeah.
was having, mansions and super nice cars and clothes and Botox and all of this. So I think he would probably rather die in general.
And
Like
Gen
then
Pop?
be in prison and then be poor. He's like, "Pff, forget it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, if 12 at that age, nah. See you later, dude. Good night, cruel world. I'll see you in the morning. I'm fucking checking out of this life, dude.
Right.
Yeah, there's no way. Now, homegirl, 7, it's doable, and I think she's younger. Is she younger? What's her age, Bob? Do we know?
Not too much younger.
A couple years though, right? Because that'll matter if you're not getting into your 60s.
Yeah, she's 49.
Yes, so she's gonna get out at 56. That's worth it. She'll have another fucking 25 years to figure shit out.
Yeah, but she'll be poor.
Yes, and that's some
Yeah.
say a fate worse than death.
For these two, I'm telling
No,
you,
I know.
it is.
It
Look,
is.
they're literally going to jail for stealing money. So, like, I understand.
Also, Chrisley's going to be like, there's so many penises around.
I hate it.
I hate this. I just want my wife's vagina.
Yeah.
Dear Julie,
Dear.
I just miss your sweet, wet pussy,
Yep.
and I just wish I could lick all up on it and rub my
Yep.
big, strong wiener
Yep.
all up on your teeny, tiny little, delicious little pussy that I just love to eat.
Yeah. And that's Chrisley knows best right there.
That's Chrisley knows.
He knows best.
Calls from our new segment is Calls from Prison
With Todd Chrisley.
with Todd
Yeah.
Chrisley.
You have a collect call from.
We just say, hey, Chrisley, how's it going in there?
Oh, it's hell.
It's hell. I like pussy, and all there is dicks, and I just want to die.
So yeah,
So,
the whole family is gone. That's gone down, and then we're kind of done with that. When are they supposed to start here? Do we know when's this supposed to kick off?
When they're going to report.
When's this kicking off here? When are
Cool.
they going down, dude? Yeah.
Sure,
So they
they'll
were
appeal immediately.
Yeah, they were found guilty in June.
Okay.
Yeah,
then
this whole thing is really taking a
sentencing.
while. Sentencing just took place yesterday. I thought you just left after court, but
Sometimes,
that was
I mean, if
wrong,
you
yeah.
murder someone, you
For
know.
criminal stuff, yes.
okay. You think they give them the holidays? Have one more?
No, I
Flirty
think
Christmas.
it's just, I don't know. But with this kind of crime,
Yeah.
they're able to like get their affairs in order.
Now with Elizabeth Holmes, the verdict just came in for that. What's the situation with her?
What do you mean? So she just got sentenced to 11 years.
Okay, so she got 11 years,
She's-
full 11 years? Mm-hmm. Okay.
She's supposed to report
That's
or
right.
be
this-
dropped off or whatever.
I forgot. Sorry to interrupt you.
The
Bob,
six-
pop that car up on
Yeah,
screen.
so this happened just yesterday.
Yes. So the kid got in a fucking. He totaled his car after
Mm-hmm.
the parents were getting sentenced there. So he's in the hospital.
This is a false flag.
Yeah.
Sure is.
I mean, with this family though, like that's what you think, right?
We're all making sacrifices, Grayson.
Yeah.
I'm not eating pussy, and you're going to need to ram your truck into
Yes.
something the way I ram into pussies.
Yeah.
To be
Now
quite
listen
honest.
though, but listen, this is a very expensive truck. All the airbags are working. Just do what you have to do, son.
It's like the gemstones.
Yeah, basically 100%. So with Elizabeth Holmes, she's reporting or getting dropped off at prison April 7th,
Of next year?
2023. Yeah.
Why so long?
I don't know, she's pregnant right now.
She's gonna have that baby first.
I don't know if that would be. Maybe it is. Maybe that's what it is.
So she'll-
And she's immediately appealing, obviously. But
Well, she's not gonna get to see that kid then for
I know.
until the kid's 12. That's weird.
and that one was crazy too. As much as like I kind of just hate her as a person, mostly her voice.
Right.
I don't know what she had to do or whatever. She was ridiculous. She didn't kill anybody. And she took millionaires' money. So it's kind of like, you know?
Yeah.
She lied to investors that had millions and billions of dollars. It is what it is.
But wasn't she kind of putting people in danger because she was shoving that product out there, like with fake data and like trying to get it in stores to
A
like.
little bit. There was a couple people that were like falsely told they had AIDS, and I think one other lady, it said that she was not pregnant, even though she was, and so she thought that there was like a miscarriage happening. But yeah, that was the big problem with her, machines that weren't actually working, is that you get false results, but also you're going in and using a new, crazy new technology, pricking one drop of blood from your finger, and it's supposed to tell you everything that's wrong with you, right? So I think already going into it, you're like, we'll see, and then I'll get the second opinion, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that was the main problem with her device,
Okay.
is that it was like telling people they had AIDS when they
Yeah,
didn't.
I can't lie. false AIDS diagnosis would
really damper the holidays.
yeah.
it'd be bad, right? No, and I get it. But also, if you're at a CVS or a Walgreens and you get that, in this new technology, would you not, Bob, go and
The first thing
find
I
out
would do
for
is,
sure?
Sure.
The first thing I would do is buy myself an ice cream Snickers bar to kind of
Right there. And I think they were
Is that
right.
where you go?
They were right next to each other. Yeah, so it was right next to the freezer with all the Snickers.
And then that's where you land, huh? That's the thing that's going to make you feel better. Mine's pizzeria combos.
Well, but you got to cook those, right? Like, I mean, I need to eat it right there.
No. They're in a bag.
Combos.
Yeah.
Combos.
Pizza-
Sorry, I thought
Pizzeria
you-
combos.
Thought you
yeah.
meant pizza rolls.
No,
Yeah, that's
same
fair.
store.
That's fair.
Same
yeah.
store.
Yeah, I'm
It's
going
a
ice
CVS.
cream. I'm going ice cream.
Okay. By the way, a listener just sent me this right now. This is fucking timely. There was a guy who got sentenced in Miami-Dade County in a courtroom, and immediately after he was sentenced by the judge, he drank an entire cup of bleach after the jury found him guilty. So that's what I'm talking about.
nice.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
How do you get the bleach?
If I'm,
How do you get the bleach?
that is
and what ultimately happened
what is going
from
down
that?
right now. So
Because you're not going to die. You're just going to feel really, really
there's
bad.
a full investigation. So the guy, after he drank the cup of bleach in court, immediately became so sick that he was taken out in a stretcher and taken to the hospital. He did survive, but serious questions are being asked of how this could happen. Obviously, I mean, I think the answer is, I don't know, Miami. That's pretty much your answer. How did this happen? It's Miami.
But if you're
yeah.
not going to die, wouldn't you want it to be just like a codeine cough syrup or something? Like, here we go. I don't know.
All right, I got the video.
Oh, you got the video of this guy? Let's go. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I would do. Obviously,
It didn't work. It's just
No.
but I mean
painful.
something
You
that
just
would work.
feel horrible.
Something that would work.
You need to be like
Antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
spoiler alert if you've seen if you haven't seen All Quiet on the Western Front, you just need to be like the guy who forks his neck because he's like, I'm out.
All right, Bob. No spoilers. Okay.
Let me
I
get
haven't seen
to.
it yet.
Spoil her.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Press play. What do we got?
George, yeah.
Immediately, he becomes sick.
Oh God.
He ate a nap. Y'all ain't gonna help him get it out.
So sick, he's taken out of the courtroom on a stretcher and taken to the hospital. He would survive, but serious questions. How could this have happened?
I see him drinking something that's not right, and that his attorneys are letting him drink it,
Jerome.
the corrections are letting him drink it, and all of a sudden, I see him collapse. And I'm like, what just happened?
Reverend Jerome Starling is
Oh,
a
he's a
distant
reverend.
relative of Bell
course
and
he is.
says there needs to be accountability.
This should not be happening to people that's in custody at all.
Jerome's cousin
wasn't
took
in
the video.
custody yet.
She couldn't believe what was happening. How does an inmate get a chemical into a courtroom like this?
And he
then
keeps
sit there and
drinking.
drink it?
Yeah.
I was the only one
Look, it
that
keeps going,
jumped
dude.
up and tried to get him help.
His family wants answers.
Oh, and then
Very
he
emotional
just
for
falls
the
over on
whole
the floor. Look at that.
We thought we was gonna lose Jermaine that day.
Wow, he should have.
Oh, God.
Jermaine wanted to go that day. Or
He
Jerome.
did want, but
Sorry
that's
about
just
that.
not the way.
It could have been if he'd have done it right. What's going to kill you?
No.
What do you drink that'll kill you?
Antifreeze.
Okay. So that's
A popular one in history that I read about a lot is carbolic acid.
Four Loko.
That seems like it would hurt.
Where do you get that?
Yeah, where do you
though?
get that, Bob?
I don't know where you get it now. Back then, you just got it at any corner store.
Oh,
They're
okay,
like,
okay.
All right.
So you're going to kill yourself with this little lady? No, sir. All right, here you go. Take a
Anything
carbolic
else?
acid.
And have some laudanum while you're at it. 10 cents.
What happened to the cyanide capsule? Like every James
Yeah.
Bond movie,
Yeah,
he's got a
dude. What
hidden-
happened to that?
Right?
What happened to that? Well, look, Jerome was on the scene, was able to give us a great,
He was drinking something that just
great, yeah.
wasn't right.
He was almost about to say incarcerated. You know I was waiting for it, right? I was waiting for it.
Incarcerated
Yeah.
in custody.
Yeah, and it was like, he was about to go down that road, the incarcerated road. That's what I'd do. Look, let's fucking end it. I don't need to do this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're all
Yeah.
good. And homeboy had been in jail for 3 years fighting the charges. So,
I just
Yeah.
wish, like, if he wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
I just wish he was able to get something that would have worked. Because then it's just like, oh no, now I'm going back. I clearly wanted to kill myself.
yeah.
I'm going back to jail, and now I've got to deal with like what happens to your body when you drink that much bleach.
Well, how long does he
Yeah.
get to hang out in the hospital?
A
the
true, huh?
infirmary. You know, it's probably
True.
a pretty
It's
decent.
just it's a change of scenery.
Oh, damn. We got a breaking news story here. I got an earthquake down in Baja. 6.2. That's a big boy. It's a big boy down there. That's where Dylan McKay used to surf in 90210. So if anybody's down there surfing with where R.I.P. Dylan McKay used to surf, hopefully you're all right. Hopefully there's not a tsunami coming your way. Or hopefully there is, if you're a huge surfer down there. Mm-hmm. That's crazy, Jabes. That is absolutely crazy.
Not really.
R.I.P. Jason Frank as well. We didn't talk about that yesterday.
Boy. Do you want to talk about the Rangers?
I just want to say R.I.P.
You want to Ranger up, dude? You want to talk about the P Rangers, Power Rangers?
If there was one that I identified with, it was his character.
He was an MMA guy.
Do you think foul play?
No, I know the answer to this, by the way. It's dark. You want to hear it? It's super dark. So what happened was he was fighting with his wife.
Yeah, so they checked into a hotel. They got separate rooms. Yep. They were going through a divorce. They got separate rooms. They were in one room together, fighting. Cops had to come, calm it down.
Yeah.
He ends up, then they start fighting again. He ends up locking her out of the room, and then she calls around 5 a.m., saying that she can't get a hold of him. And when they come in there, he's hanging.
Yes, he hung himself in the bathroom. So he is no longer with us.
I'm just saying they should a little bit investigate.
He's a decently big guy. I don't know that a wife could have hung him up there. Okay. I met him at a Comic-Con, maybe 4 years ago. I was surprised at how popular the Power Rangers were. Just because if you watch the TV show, they had a mask on 90% of the time. I didn't know anybody would really know these people.
Was really tight. There was a bunch of spin-offs afterwards and Next Generations and all, but that first 5 or 6 crew was pretty great.
The line for those guys was massive for signing and all that stuff. And again, you're wearing costumes most of the time. And I found it odd because most of them were attractive in real life, and I was like,
well, no, because they were kids, and then they would go, it's morphin' time, and then they would get into their costumes.
Correct, yeah.
It's some closet subtle racism through that entire show as well. Why did the black guy have to breakdance?
Giorgio. Who else was going to do it?
I'm just saying.
Who else was going to breakdance out of that crew, brother?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Asian girl was in the yellow suit.
Sure was.
Yeah.
Giorgio. Yeah. We gotta identify these for Hunter Biden. No yellow, okay? So
even Power Rangers. That's what he was talking about.
Sure did. But that one, I'd go onesie, twosie. Amy Jo Johnson is still number one in that crew, and then the rest of them. But very nice person. I don't really know anything beyond, a brief encounter, but that's about it. And strange story. Whenever I read something like this, though, because there was another one. Do you remember the boxer? That documentary we watched, the boxer who hung himself with the wife's purse down in. Yeah.
He was a boxer.
He was a boxer, yeah. Very famous boxer. And I think she got tried because somebody had come up and helped her later or whatever the fuck it was. He was passed out drunk and they helped kind of do that one.
Yeah.
This one, though, this dude in real life is pretty big. I mean, I would say, and this was a few years ago, so take it for what it's worth. I'd say 225, 230 on this guy. But jacked. He was a big jack dude. So I don't know that she'd be able to lift him. I don't know that there's anything
and he seemed like
nefarious in this.
He seemed like he was having a good life aside from this. I mean, he would show up, and he was the only one that would show up in other Power Rangers spinoffs. It's the Green Ranger from, and he was in the new Power Rangers movie as a quick nod, a cameo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And looked good and seemed...
He looked great. Look, when I saw him in real life, I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, he was fucking jacked, dude. Yeah, strange story out of nowhere.
Yeah.
In a fucking hotel room. It was here, too, right? It was in Texas.
I didn't know that, but just being in a hotel.
I know.
I know.
It's does it make you think you weren't thinking about it already? Or you were so close to the edge, all you needed was one little...
Hotel rooms can be very either depressing or it can make you feel certain ways. It's not reality. This isn't real. This is horror.
I don't know. I stayed in a
Like
million
if
hotels.
he was in his house,
If it's a shitty hotel,
he was probably
yes,
like, all right,
yes.
let's.
Now, if you're staying in a shit box, then yeah, you might want to end your life. Where you're just like, I can't stand here. This is terrible.
Even a nice one, it's very much like a
Well,
box with a window.
I don't understand the Bourdain one. You don't kill yourself in that hotel. That's too nice.
I'm just saying, there's something about the
Also,
confined.
4 kids.
4 kids, yeah.
Dude.
I know. That's why I said it's dark. It's fucking dark, dude.
It
They're
is
married
dark.
since 2003.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It's dark.
Wow.
I wasn't like, it's dark. I'm sorry. All right, I apologize. I apologize.
Okay,
A
well-
little lighter note.
Yeah,
The
go.
wife was Tammy, but spelled with 2 M's and an IE.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm trying to say by that, but you know.
We
you get
all
it.
know what you're trying to say.
Giorgio,
and-
I can't.
I
speak
don't
on that.
actually. But did you guys talk about the Chris Brown AMA of it all?
No, we will here in a second. James, we got some sponsors, though, that pay for this show to be on there because we're on YouTube today.
Okay.
If you want ad-free, you got to go over to Drinking Bros Podcast on Patreon. We're down in the 2,100 left, somewhere in there. That's all we need subscriber-wise. And to keep everything going, we're going to do a Christmas extravaganza. No ads on there. And we have the most original content video-wise on all of Patreon, which is amazing. So we're super stoked about that. Please sign up for Drinking Bros Podcast on Patreon. We're trying to get to 6,000 subscribers. And then we're good after that, okay? We're good. We're not going to ask you for anything more. But since it is Christmas time, James, and we do have sponsors, I said this on Drinking Bros the other day, and I'll say it again. A lot of couples, and us included, usually go for like a big ticket item that we split, you know?
Right.
A mattress is a perfect thing to get, actually, for Christmas.
It really is.
Because it's one of those things where you will have it for 5 years. Besides a car, is there a better Christmas gift where you're like, all right, great.
Oh, no.
It'll last forever
Yeah.
at that point. So, well, 5 years, 5 to 7 years. That's the average. It's the average lifespan of a bed, a new mattress, and I agree with that. Go to ghostbed.com/Drinking Bros today. 40% off that bundle package, dog. The bundle package is the jam. You and I have had it for 3 years. We're not going back.
No.
We're not going back.
My gosh.
Yeah. It's a dream, isn't it? My God, dude. What did we do before that? I feel like we were losers.
I love when my kids are like, Mom, can you put the bed up?
I know.
And like tell me like, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, just little spoiled brats.
They treat you like a servant. A servant.
But it's just like I never knew what an
No, dude.
adjustable base was
No.
at their
Had
age.
a mattress on the floor. you know?
Right?
Yeah. I drank out of a dog bowl. These little fucks are spoiled. If you want to spoil your kids, let them hop into the adjustable base. Do it. Again, you get the mattress, adjustable base, 40% off. It's got USB ports, flashlights, the whole shebang. They got fucking vibration head to toe. You don't like it, but I do. It shakes your brain around.
Yeah, my brain
It's
is
too tiny.
too small. Yeah.
Too tiny. And now, if you said, hey, I've already got the adjustable base, I've already got something else, great. You get a mattress right now, 30% off, and 2 free luxury pillows with the promo code Drinking Bros at checkout. And peruse the store. You can get sheets. The sheets are fucking amazing. We got those in every single room we have. The weighted blankets, awesome. So I've heard. Can't sleep for 14 hours a day, but maybe one day I will. The cover, they've got a ton of stuff there. The shredded pillows. It's great. Load up the carts. Type in the promo code Drinking Bros at checkout. You get 30% off everything in the entire store. And then when you scroll to the bottom of the page to check out, you'll see a 60-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest as long as you have decent credit. If you check that box, all the deals that I mentioned are applicable with that. And you can walk out of there with a brand new bedroom set for about $25 a month. Head on over to ghostbed.com/Drinking Bros today. Next up, we got hardafseltzer.com.
We have my bookie.
Oh, we got my bookie today, too?
We do.
Let's go, fam.
And we've already talked about, no offense, but we've already talked about Hard AF
We have.
many times on this show. So we can go
But
to...
the new flavors are out, Jabes, all right?
No, I know, and we talked about it.
Bob, can I... Well, I'll send it to you on the next show.
Wait.
It's my bookie.
They're out?
They're out, yes. The new flavors are
They're
out.
shipping.
They're
Ross.
shipping right now. hardafseltzer.com.
We can get pina coladas and Lost in this Texas rain.
Right to your house. Right to your house.
Wow.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome. Then there's the store locator too. Whatever. It's Tennessee, Florida. We're in over 100 stores in Tennessee. And then Florida, we're in like all the Total Wines. Do whatever you want with that info. It's Thanksgiving. Go and buy it if you live in those states and get rocked tonight, tomorrow, and then deal with all your fucking weird relatives.
And while you're getting 8%. Rocked,
start gambling.
Yes. Why don't you get really rocked and start gambling?
We'll do it. We'll do it today. Bob, I'm going to text you this right now. You ready? We're going to do it today. Okay.
Do what?
Made this bet last night.
Oh, okay.
Made this bet last night. I'm up about 6,800 on the year so far.
Do you have Saudi Arabia beating Argentina
No,
today?
but I heard it was plus 2,300, and everybody was freaking out online. I don't know one person that took that bet, though, so let's be real.
MBS?
Yeah, maybe. But at mybookie.com, turn your love of sports into your new side hustle there. Use the promo code Drinking Bros to double your first deposit all the way up to $1,000 over there. I've done pretty good this year. I think I'm living maybe somewhere in the 57, 58% range. I had 2 more parlays yesterday that were fucking gangbusters, which were awesome. And I think, I got killed on Saturday. Walked away with about 2,800 up. I'm around 6,800 up on the year. It's that time of year at MyBookie where I go all in. Bobathy, you want to go ahead and post that for the people in case there's any Michigan fans out there. I want them to see this. I want them to see what I've done here.
Whoa.
$5,000 on the Buckeyes. Minus 6.5 on MyBookie there. So when you bet, they give you the ticket number and the slip and all of that right there. Now, I wanted to get this in early, which is why I'm telling you this now. I think the starting running back is out for Michigan. There was a press conference yesterday where a lineman accidentally let it slip that he was not going to play. It said we need to do better without him. I think Ohio State actually fucking rolls in this game, and I don't think it's that close. The weather also has changed as of this morning, and the snow and rain and all that stuff isn't supposed to come in until 4, which is directly after the game. So it should be smooth sailing for the Buckeyes. But every year I go hard on them, except for last year I was unconscious, so I was not there. But we go hard, up about 6,800 in MyBookie, and just drop the hammer on the Buckeyes here Saturday. That's the only bet I'm making in college football this week, and then I'll make my NFL bets after that. Let's see if I can win on Saturday. But if you're out there, this is rivalry week. The Egg Bowl is going off. So if you're in Mississippi, everybody loves that. That's on Thanksgiving. Plenty to gamble on Thanksgiving for the NFL. And then college football Saturday, it is rivalry week. Go to mybookie.com. Use promo code Drinking Bros to double your first deposit up to $1,000. And bet with us or against us. If you're a Michigan fan, throw down, son. Let me know, son. I got the Buckeyes by 6.5. Let's go. Let's go, Jabes. I read an article this morning. I thought of you. And I want to ask if it's true. Number 1 gift for Christmas that moms want is a decent night's sleep, yes or no?
Yeah. Time away from their family. Time away. Time away. Nothing else.
That literally tops the holiday wish list. I'm not kidding.
Nothing
moms.
else. Yeah, 100%.
66% of women said that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What if is that a stocking stuffer where I just put like an Orbitz card inside the stocking and I'm like, hey, here's a night at a nice hotel, sleeping on in.
No, because I know you haven't taken care of anything else to allow that to happen.
What do you mean?
Just like the kids being taken care of, or
They're
food,
fine.
or
They're fine. Domino's is right down the street, you know, and they've got deals as well. Not a sponsor. I wish they were.
What does the baby eat?
Baby eats. She snacks on a little. She snacks on a little fucking garlic
nope.
stick.
Do not
Just
give
a little
her
garlic
nope,
nut.
She cannot.
Why?
Have anything.
It's a little snack.
No, she
it's
cannot.
a little gummy. She can gum it. She can gum that little garlic
No.
They make it like a Christmas wreath now. It's nice.
Yeah, so I would not be able to do that. So it sounds real fun. But I did want to talk about this Chris Brown situation.
Yeah,
so
let it pop. Nailed it. What, Jesse? He beat a woman. I have to address that.
No, I know. You're just like You're just a lot.
Let it pop, dude.
Go ahead, let it pop. So anyways, he was supposed to perform at the AMAs.
Yeah. A Michael Jackson tribute.
Yes, he was supposed to do a King of Pop tribute. Mm-hmm. He was going to be singing Beat It. This is not a joke. This is not a joke.
That's real?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was Beat It specifically.
Yes.
Oh, boy. And are we shocked that they canceled this or no?
I'm shocked that it got to the point where they were like in rehearsal.
Yeah, I knew that.
And
I didn't know what song.
Going to go on. They are actually saying that the Dick Clark Productions released a statement clarifying that Brown's Michael Jackson tribute being canned was the decision of like creative differences between them. And had they all been on the same page, it would have gone up without a hitch. How awesome would that have been? So, if it actually went through and all the way to the point where you're sitting there watching the AMAs, Chris Brown comes up. First of all, it's Michael Jackson tribute, which I thought we were fucking done with that. But anyway, so first of all, it's that. And then you go, and then he starts singing Beat It. And like they cut to the audience and I would just be like, oh my God, yes. Like this is amazing.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, somebody caught this problematic situation before it went.
Mm-hmm. Now, what did you find problematic about it? Was it the Michael Jackson part or the Beat It part?
The Michael Jackson part I found problematic. The Beat It part I would have just laughed my ass off.
Okay.
Only because it's just like, again, you think about how many people are involved and how many like people have to decide, hey, we're doing this, making the calls, calling the agent, what are you singing, whatever. Like, it's amazing sometimes that things like this can get this far.
Right.
And sometimes even go on to where you're like, oh, no.
He would have killed it, first of all.
And Chris Brown, as well as Nick Cannon, are these people that kind of get to be like, you know, leave me alone. And like people leave him alone. Do you know what I mean? Like, so what? I beat chicks. It's like, leave me alone. And people are like, okay, I guess we'll leave him alone. Nick Cannon's like, I am creating like a polygamous harem of women that I'm like repopulating the earth with. Like, leave me alone. And we're like, okay, I guess we'll just leave you. He told us to leave him alone. I guess we're leaving him alone. And there's a couple people like that are able to sort of just a Dane Cook, right?
Sure.
A Nick Cannon, a Chris Brown, where it's just too much trouble. So we just go, oh, fine.
Every time I hear a Michael Jackson song, I think about a child's asshole getting licked, right? And that's that's ingrained in my mind. So that's one. And I'm surprised that it still goes on, but there's a lot of people out there. Here's the thing. I actually think I'm in the minority of this. There's a lot of people out there that love Michael Jackson still.
Yeah, because I don't think they love him necessarily as a person, but like I don't mind listening to his songs. I've kind of come around where it's like, why do I also have to suffer?
Right.
I don't like him.
Right.
But why do I have to never listen to like a song that I...
Sure.
What did I do? I didn't lick anybody's butthole.
Yeah, and then the other problem with Chris Brown is he's wanted his entire career to be the next Michael Jackson.
Oh,
and he's a great dancer. I'm sure he would have fucking killed this performance, right?
Sure.
But that was his dream to be this guy, and then he beats Rihanna, and then it all kind of went out the window from there, right?
What do we think happened?
Limo. It wasn't a limo, first of all, it was a car, but and it happened.
It was like a black car though, like a
two streets
car.
over from me. It happened 2 streets over from me, and all I kept thinking was, man, while I was at home, she was getting beaten like 2 streets over.
You could have just like run over there.
I could have saved her life
and
then been married to Rihanna and you know, different life, obviously. But while this was going down,
was it proven?
Sure was.
That he just like beat her up
beat the shit out of her. Yeah.
Really?
Yes. And there was many photos of what had happened and blah blah blah. And and it was, if memory serves me correct, it was the night before the Grammys. I mean, it was like
So
they were supposed to perform and go to the show and everything.
What were you going to say, Giorgio?
The backlash of all that was so interesting because Riri was so loved in the community and still is.
Yeah.
And like we kind of canceled Chris Brown, but like no one really came after him. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
it's like
here's why.
He just kind of kept.
But here's why. Everybody, like Chris Brown in the black community is as beloved as Michael Jackson, right? That was going to be their guy. That was the next Michael Jackson.
Is he? I think Usher's a little bit.
Sure, but the same thing. And then they only turned on Usher when he married an old broad, and when they married that old head, and they were like, dude, this is
can't be that guy.
Yeah, you can't be that guy.
Yeah.
Can't be Usher and being that guy. What? With Chris Brown, they were rooting for it because he was so talented, and they were like, oh man, it happens. I think the black community has a different viewpoint and idea of like fucking domestic violence and all that shit. Like they're willing to forgive, whereas white people really drag this shit out forever. And fucking hold you to a grudge, you know?
I would agree.
Forever. Like, it's
I don't
different.
know. I don't know if that's it.
It is.
Yeah.
But if you look
I don't know if it's
hang on.
that.
But if you look at the support for Michael Jackson, the support for Bill Cosby still, like I still hear people rooting for Bill Cosby.
Weren't those two on different levels of stardom? Like, and during a time in which like black celebrity wasn't quite a thing yet, they both kind of moved the needle for black celebrity.
Bill Cosby and Michael Jackson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Those two specifically.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
like
you can't put Chris Brown in that conversation
No,
at all.
'cause-
No, but he was the next in line. Like that was the new
Never.
guy.
Never.
Yeah. And so
never felt that.
look, he had a ton of hits. And if you go through his catalog, somebody did a versus comparison of Chris Brown versus Usher, right? They wanted that to happen. And when you went through the catalog, you were like, oh shit, man, Chris Brown's in a lot of fucking hits.
Was there nothing else to hate him about? Like, did we like have the one thing like domestic violence, and do we need one more thing to like really just be like fuck this guy?
I mean, he threw.
I think he did it
no.
again too. Like he's actually been either accused or this kind of thing has happened with him and other girls many times. So this is what I'm saying where I go,
Serial, yeah, at this point.
yeah, and it's one of those things where I don't know what it is. If it's so crazy that people are kind of like, someone's taking care of that, right? Like, I don't need to worry about it because, like, someone...
Right. And by the way...
Someone's dealing with that, or is it not getting dealt with?
The exact same situation is happening right now with Tory Lanez and Megan the Stallion. He fucking shot her up, and everybody's just kind of laughed it off.
In the foot.
Yes.
In the foot.
And his fucking... But no, he said, dance, bitch, dance. That was the
Right.
quotes. And then shot up the ground, shot her up in the feet and everything else. There's footage of it. We've shown it on the show before in the
Just
past.
shot her up in the feet. Is it weird?
What?
It's just a weird...
Well, he said dance, bitch, dance.
It made me laugh, just that one sentence.
I understand.
The
but
situation doesn't make me laugh.
because of this, Drake's got a new album out. He's got a line that was a joke about it in there, and it's like magically everybody's kind of cool with it.
So here's it's a long take. Stay with me.
Okay.
They're both smaller, daintier, more effeminate men. Do people just like kind of like they don't see him as threatening in a way? Like Tory Lanez is like not a threatening man if you're just looking at him, and neither is Chris Brown. So it's like they're not
Chris Brown's
they're not the 50
big
Cent looking dudes.
Here's the thing: Chris Brown in real life, though, is a big dude. Like he's, man, I met him a long time ago. I want to say he's about 6'2". Bob, you can look up his height. He was a pretty tall guy, and like I'd say he was probably 195, 205, somewhere in there. Yeah, he's a big dude,
Yeah,
man.
that's
against Rihanna.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going pound for pound here, like
I'm just trying to find something to grasp onto of why they don't have that image stapled to them like they should.
I think the way he moves makes him smaller, but he's a big dude in real life. Whereas Tory Lanez, I don't know. I've never met Tory Lanez. I have no idea what his.
He is the short king.
I don't know anything about him.
Kind of balding too at this point.
Well,
The less you like look at Tory Lanez and more just listen to his music, the better.
okay. But with that, everybody's magically cool with that. And she spoke out and released a statement going after Drake. And she was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, I got shot by this dude and it's going to trial. And like, you're just going to laugh it off. And I think he might have had to change the lyrics after the album came out. You can look at it. The song is called Circo Loco. Yeah, it's strange.
He's not just going to have someone else say the lyrics for him?
Wow. That's next, right? That's next. 21. Should have had 21 do it. But yeah, there's a different vibe. Whereas if that happened to, if it was a white woman, a prominent white woman right now, like if Madonna got shot up in the feet by Guy Ritchie.
Madonna did get beaten up back in the day.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And like, by the way, Sean Penn, nothing really happened.
No, it did then. Like, people fucking hated him and still hate Sean Penn today.
Right, but I think they're maybe with the Rihanna and Chris Brown, I'm just speculating. Like, when we see, like, really toxic relationships, maybe like a Megan and, is it Tori?
Yeah, Tori, yeah.
Like, when you see, I just call them lanes.
Sure.
No,
sure.
I don't know who this person is. But when you see like a really toxic relationship and you know it's toxic and they're kind of known for that craziness, when something like that happens, same with Madonna and Sean Penn, you just go, I mean, dude, that. Obviously, don't do that, bud.
Right.
But it's not, I don't know. I'm just trying to explain in my mind why people would be like, hey, man, not cool. See you tomorrow. Right? So I don't know. Maybe that is part of it. I know that there was a tinge of that for me back in the day when I did hear. Again, like I don't know if I realized that she was just getting straight up beaten up in the back. I think there was like different things where like they were fighting and scratching and it was like a craziness, right? Mm-hmm. Where he's the dude and you are always going to win in a fight like that and it's not fucking cool. But many times a toxic relationship will make you go like, hey guys, just separate.
They were in a car together. I want to make that clear. It was the two of them in a car. They had no driver because the driver would have stopped it. So it was just Chris Brown and Rihanna in that car together.
I felt like they were in the back.
Sure weren't. That guy would have stopped the fucking car and stopped that shit.
You think? I don't know.
Yes. Okay. I just think the black community is more forgiving of shit like that. I don't know why, but I mean, fuck, people were amped for this Chris Brown thing. I didn't really give a shit. I don't give a fuck about Michael Jackson, and Chris Brown hasn't been relevant to me in, I don't know, 10 years, 5 years?
Right.
What was the song you did with Busta Rhymes? That's the last thing that I could really fuck with. Where Busta Rhymes was rapping super fast. You know what I'm talking about.
Look at Me Now?
Yeah, that's it. That was the last one that I remember. The rest of the shit, I'm just kind of like, but I'm also not a big R&B guy. Like, I'm not into fuck grooves like that.
Mm-hmm.
Where you just put on an album to, like an R&B album to fuck with. I don't really hear that shit on the radio, do you?
No.
I don't either. Can't play it. It's too slow. But if somebody beat the shit out of Taylor Swift, fuck, dude. If MGK beat the shit out of Taylor Swift in a car the same way, that motherfucker would be dragged down the street.
But what if he
killed.
beat up, like what if you heard the same thing happen with him and Megan Fox? You'd be like, man, what fucking weird shit were they into, right? Just go first thought. First thought.
Yes. Yeah.
And so what I'm saying is I think that was the vibe around their relationship. Breaking up all the time, toxic, whatever.
Yeah.
So not saying it's right. I'm just saying like your first thought is like, but what happened? And you just go, guys, can we just separate? Please, let's not be together anymore. Like, this is not working.
We would treat it differently if Young Gravy shot up Lisa Ann's feet and said dance.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
You would, Giorgio, because you lost the love of your life there. And,
Talking about losing opportunities.
Yeah. Do you know about this, Shapes?
We talked about it.
Yeah.
Did you see the pictures?
Yes.
Of Young Gravy and Lisa Ann?
Yes.
Could have been Giorgio.
Yes. And Giorgio.
That would hurt my heart. Because he gave so much love to Young Gravy the week before, 2 weeks ago. You're like, oh man,
Months of love to the Gravy.
You were on the Gravy train for sure.
For sure, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom, he shows up with the love of your life.
And now it's all over my Spotify too, and every list is just showing right in the face.
Yeah, you can't take it back now. So he had to drown his sorrows last night.
Did you? Did you get fucked up last night?
I threw up at the bar last night.
Holy shit.
This is rare, by the way. Like, if anyone else this happened, we'd be like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
But Giorgio doesn't really drink, and he doesn't go out hard
Why
like that.
did you? Yeah, why did he?
I think it was the Lisa Ann. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I went out for a lady. I meet a lady friend.
Right.
I saw Mike out last night, which was fun too.
Mike Eden?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Does he party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's a comedian.
Yes.
But
He
you never
doesn't
know.
party.
You
That's
never
just
know.
his constant. You know.
Yeah,
never
he's just
know.
like always out late, kind of just a steady buzz.
Wait. So you went to a bar on a date and got so fucked up you threw up in front of your date?
No.
In the
no,
bathroom. In the bathroom.
Okay.
But still,
No, I covered it up.
what?
Yep, and just like put some
So you
water, tap water from, and I don't know where the bar was,
There
but
you
I'm
go.
guessing
That's fine.
not great.
You're fine.
Not super clean.
Done it. That's fine. I don't mind tap water.
No, I mean, swish it around, get it out.
Yep.
You know, wipe yourself, get the sweat off your forehead.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I put my hoodie back on to cover up the little like sweat that was on my shirt too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Plus, then you're looking like tight and fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? You get all
You're
that
ready for sex.
ready for sex.
Damn, my body is feeling good.
Yep, I just threw up. I got rid of all that bloat for you, baby.
So what happened then? Were you able to complete your sexual acts?
No, so like I was like still kind of shaky after like throwing up all in the bathroom, and people were like texting me like, "Where are you at?" And I made up some excuse.
What were you drinking?
I had 3 old fashions, a shot of tequila, and a Blue Moon.
God damn
it?
it. See, this is what I'm talking about. If you don't like drink a little bit all the time, like
Yeah.
once you go out, you're gonna
That's not what did it.
that combo. What was it?
It's a combo.
It's the sugar. I don't think
In
I don't
the-
think you eat the old fashions in particular.
Yeah.
I think that was too sweet and
It's
kind of
also
like
a weird move.
too much sugar for Giorgio.
Whenever I go out with Giorgio,
Yeah,
he'll order
probably.
old fashions at places you probably shouldn't even order old fashions.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Right.
Yeah,
I would
understand
maybe
that.
go straight like whiskey or bourbon there, as opposed to like doing an old fashioned.
But even a lot of the fucking, I mean, I don't know how often you drink like bourbon or whiskey. A lot.
I mean, old fashioned is my drink of choice now. Before
Yeah.
I was a tequila person. But
Okay. I just feel like they'll give you shitty stuff that is just like, it feels like grain alcohol that they mixed brown sugar into.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you order this?
Yeah, where was it?
The Continental Gallery. It's a little like hidden speakeasy bar that's above the Continental Club. They have, like,
Well,
some
that
live
should
bands.
actually
Really?
that should probably have a good old fashioned, to be honest. They should.
I was in a good spot. It had like nice murals all over the
There you
walls,
go.
some couches.
And
like,
you're
I thought-
puking in the
Giorgio,
bathroom
I
like
love
a
the
fucking high
Continental.
schooler.
Yeah. Yeah, and I threw up all
You're
in the
gonna have
bathroom.
to take. There's a speakeasy above it. I'm so not cool.
Yeah, James, you're not cool. I've been there. It's great.
No, you haven't.
It's a blast.
No, you haven't.
didn't
You
know
didn't
about
even
it.
know what the
I've never seen
Continental Club
somebody-
is until I took you there.
I've never seen someone throw up there, but yeah, I've been there. It's
You know
it's
what?
great.
You know, I handled myself like a champion, gave her a nice hug and some kisses goodbye.
Oof.
You
On the
made out
mouth?
with her.
On the mouth? With
You
tongue?
made out with her.
With
Giorgio,
tongue?
tell the fucking truth.
I did. We made out a little bit.
Made out after. No mint.
Oh,
No mint.
No
just
mouthwash?
water. Just water.
Oh.
Just tap water.
YOLO. Fuck it.
And by the way, she was drinking too, right? Like, let's
Yeah,
be.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Not that
She's
aggressive.
fine.
Apparently.
well, she kept partying after me, which made me feel sad because like she was just throwing them back. She had a drink before I got there. Went drink for drink with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, she is unemployed and on that 3-month severance right now.
Okay.
So that's like prime drinking.
That's all of
shit.
Austin.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's all of
From
Austin.
from the tech community, actually.
So it
Well,
sounds
hey,
like
let's-
you.
Let's
Yeah.
be fair. It's severance. She's not on the state's teat.
Not
Yeah,
yet.
yeah, yeah.
Not yet.
It sounds
Right.
like you
No.
were trying to keep up with a unemployed Austin alcoholic, and you lost.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I think I won because she didn't know how fucked up I was.
Yep.
And still made out with me.
Yeah.
She probably knew.
That's good.
You think she knew?
She probably knew.
Where'd you meet this bruiser?
I met her at Vulcan Gas Company.
Nice.
Oh, okay. Were you guys seeing stand up or something?
It was after I killed Tony one night, and I was smoking weed on the roof. And yeah.
Okay. Sure. Why not? Why not?
And then
Oh, Kelly.
women flock to me.
Exactly. Speaking of women flocking, Kelly Rowland from, you know.
Destiny's Child, what's
Yeah,
up?
dude. She said Chris Brown deserves grace and forgiveness. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Kelly
So
Rowland.
that was the other story is she was on stage and accepted an award for him. Like said he won some award. Then she was like, he can't be here tonight. I'm going to accept it. And everyone was going crazy and booing. And she's like, chill out, chill out.
Wow,
You know,
dude.
defending.
It's wild. There's a lot of forgiveness in the black community, and it's just not there for us honkies. You know, it really is.
That may be it. I mean, I don't know.
Kelly Rowland standing up for Chris Brown. That's a fucking ballsy move.
You know what's weird?
You're gonna take a lot of hate for that.
It's also This isn't even just the black community, but I'm gonna use another black guy example. But I feel like Chris Brown would get booed anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know who I think wouldn't get booed as much, and I actually think he did something worse, is Michael Vick.
Ah, that's true.
He
know what?
wouldn't get booed?
No, he would.
I don't know, man.
By the white women?
Well, maybe.
But how many white women are really at like a
I'm with you.
an event that Michael Vick would be at?
Michael Vick is actually a fucking sportscaster for.
Right.
I mean, is it the NFL Network? It's a massive channel.
He did his time. Okay, he's on ESPN, I think.
ESPN, yeah. I mean, dude, for killing what? Hundreds of dogs, like that's
torturing, killing,
drowning them. Yeah. Years.
Yeah.
And like everybody's cool with that.
Listen, it's a cultural thing, all right?
Yeah.
Down south.
That's what I'm talking about. But you're proving my point.
I grew up around dog fighters, and it was weird because like some of the families hated them, and they knew what was up, and the other families like were ignorant to it, and they're like, oh, they just raise pit bulls. And my dad, like being in the underworld community, was just like, I know what these people do from like the dog fights and cockfights he used to go to in Mexico. Yeah. And they're just cool with it. Like they're like really, really cool with it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Look, man, the dog fighting is bad enough, but I guess there's some level of you that could be like, you know what? They're dogs. Sometimes they fight each other. We'll do it in the ring. But the entire industry around the dog fight in the ways that they train them, by like torturing other dogs, stealing little dogs from families, or just taking puppies that no one wants and having the pit bulls fucking murder them so that they like get a taste for
blood,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
Like that is where it gets it goes from.
It still sounds like a better
gnarly.
life for a dog than Oklahoma.
The states?
Yeah. You ever
Just in general.
You ever see Oklahoma? You ever driven in Oklahoma?
Yes, I have. It's very flat, but dogs.
The mile markers
plenty
are
of
actually
place
dead
to run
dogs.
around.
No, well, it's all by the highway where they run around.
Yeah.
Plenty of place to roam free there in Oklahoma.
They all get smoked by cars.
Is there somebody for you personally, Jesse, that did something that you're like, I can't, no matter what, I will never like this person again, even though they're in the public eye?
Is there anyone that did something?
Besides OJ. Because I know when I was chatting with her people to have them on the show, you were like, dude, I can't be in the studio that day. Like that one I know.
Only because it feels like it would be intense, right?
No, well, besides OJ, is there anybody else? Like I know OJ. I know that's one of them for you because you were like, hey, dude, I'm not going to the studio that day.
I wouldn't be here if Johnny Depp was here, but...
Shut up.
Really? Too intense. Try having... I dare you.
Well,
Try having one fucking conversation with that guy. For what they did. What'd you say, Olivia Wilde?
Oh, shit. They broke up.
Delco.
They broke up. Her and Harry Styles broke up.
Yeah, of course.
No longer, dude. Man, I've never seen a whole group of fans celebrate at the same time than that. I didn't know it was 3 fucking years they dated. Holy shit, that's a long time. God damn, dude.
I'm gonna have to think about that.
Yeah, is there one person that you see that you're just like, man, fuck this guy. I can't do it. I can't do it.
There has to be, guys.
Right?
Weinstein, maybe?
Oh, poor guy. No,
Jesse would have taken that Oscar, dog.
Yeah, but now just like it'd be so creepy to be in the room with him.
Well, now.
Oh, yeah. No. There's people that I won't be in the room with, but it has nothing to do with like...
If you would have talked to her, though, right after she auditioned for Shakespeare in Love.
There has to be somebody that I'm like,
it's got to be somebody, yeah.
Kevin Spacey?
She's a woman. She's fine.
Yeah, but he will kill you.
He'll kill you?
Well, he's killed, yeah. So 3 people have died that were about to go on trial to
all men, though, right?
Yeah, all men.
All men.
But they're going to testify against him.
Well, here's the thing. 6 more
fine.
people filed suits in, I think, London. So
This
he's going to go
sucks
down
because I
one way or
know-
another.
This sucks because I know I'm going to like think of it later.
Yeah.
know?
By the way, do we have a verdict in this Danny Masterson thing? I haven't heard shit about it, dude.
We do need that verdict only because I had a prediction.
You do?
and I need
The
to
jury,
know.
as of yesterday, is deadlocked.
Whoa, are you fucking serious?
So
Jesse
mistrial.
could call this. That's what she said, dude. She said, so as of yesterday, how long have they been in deliberations?
For several days.
Fuck.
They're deadlocked, but a judge told them they have not deliberated long enough to declare the trial a mistrial.
So they need to go back.
Yeah, so they're still going.
But it's getting
and they
to
have
be
Thanksgiving off. They have Thanksgiving week off.
So they get to go home and then come back.
Yeah,
Man, that's a long time to go home, read,
Have
anything you
Scientology
want.
harass
Oh,
you.
yeah, dude.
Be filming you outside your house, going through your trash can.
You open up the oven, and then the turkey's in there, and a fucking Scientology face shoots out. It's Tom Cruise.
You'll be with your family, so
Yep.
like plenty of threats can happen.
Oh,
What
man,
if
dude?
this is how Scientology's doing it, right? They couldn't pay off this situation, so they just snuck in some jurors.
But like I said, either they snuck in jurors or they are targeting jury. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
In a way that's like makes them feel crazy. Is it? You don't know. That's their
They kill
Their MO.
They'll like kill your dog and shit.
kill your dog or just like do random like go into your house and like move stuff around in a way that you're like wait.
I would just burn down a Scientology temple if I found a dead dog, my dog dead, and I was involved with the church somehow.
Sure.
I think I would just fucking firebomb a fucking Scientology church at that point.
Right, but since they own like media outlets, like you would then be dubbed an insane crazy person.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, right.
a little bit it does.
That-
sound
you know
like.
And hey, that Paul Haggis shit, man, like that is pure retaliation.
I don't know how it couldn't be.
And I'm shocked that the jury came back and said,
Was it not in America though?
well, it was a week ago.
No, but wasn't it in Italy?
No, it's here.
Oh, I think he actually caught an accusation in Italy as well, or some weird.
Yeah,
shit
he
like
had a
that.
couple.
He had a couple, but they got him, and he said it too, and so did she. I know Leah Remini testified in that one, and she said, "Dude, they're coming after."
It
him."
had all
Like,
the hallmarks of it.
I know.
Right?
Jesse might be right on this one. I side with both you guys. I think both of those are possible. They probably got in one juror from Scientology, and I think with you, there's harassment on the rest of them. And I don't know that you're going to get a verdict in this, and then a retrial on something like this. Yeah, you can do it, but it's rare. What did we watch the other night that was a retrial? Spectre? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
They won't. I mean, with something like this, they will not take the time. If it's a murder, don't you think, Bob? Like in a murder case, they would go through.
They want to prosecutors don't want to lose.
Oh, okay, so you think that they'll like go for if it is a mistrial, they will go through a whole nother trial?
No, I'm saying they won't because they're like, dude, we already tried. We can't.
That's what I mean.
We can't get them. Yeah. So
So
I'm
with
agreeing with you.
Spectre, because it was such like a crazy murder and nobody believed it, the prosecutor was like, "No, I'm doing this again."
yeah,
Which is rare,
it's super rare. But
and especially if it's not murder.
I told you after watching that guy in the doc, I was like, oh, well, he wants to be a famous lawyer, and he's going to retry this, and like that's how. He can
that's
make his,
another thing too.
Make his money, but
He
I
is-
don't know who's trying Masterson in this one.
He is high profile, so you could make a name for yourself if you just keep going after this person, I guess, if that's what you want.
I guess so. But in a weird he said, she said thing like this, because to my knowledge, I don't think they have any physical evidence because it took place 20 years ago. I think it was 2003 is what they're accusing him of from. So,
Right.
yeah. But if the jury's deadlocked in this is going to lean the way that you said it was. Man, that's been a while. How many days have they deliberated? 4?
Would you say 4? A couple?
It's been like a week, I think.
A week?
Jesus. And that's not enough time? Usually they've locked that off after like 5 days.
Like, go home, think about it, get yelled at by your niece at Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
Yeah. Man, that's wild.
And then go back and be like, I don't mind being in this hotel room for a couple days longer. I don't know.
Shit, dude. Well, I'm looking forward to that. At least we got something coming up, dude, after the holidays here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After the holidays.
Yeah, James, come on now. What? The holidays are here. This is Little Friday for you. You're off now.
No, I have another show today
What do you got
editing,
today?
and we're doing Crime Corner.
Are you doing Crime Corner? Nice. When is that going to drop? Tell the people. On
So
Patreon.
we're taking off this week, you guys.
Well, everybody's with their families.
Thanksgiving.
Yes, yeah. Everybody is.
So
Everybody
it
is.
will come out next week.
Okay.
And we are starting, don't worry, guys, we're starting the It's Always the Wife.
Okay.
We've done enough. It's always the husband,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
It's always the wife. The story of Stacey Castor, one of the worst women that has ever walked the earth.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that. You guys are shooting that tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
After your last show and then editing. And then tomorrow I have to get my menu together, guys.
For Thanksgiving. I'm amped about this.
What are you doing?
We're pairing up with another family.
Yeah, so normally I'd smoke a turkey, Delco.
Yeah.
I'm not bad at it.
Right.
But I'm doing a couple side dishes now and then a cast iron shortbread with a raspberry kind of, I don't know.
I've had it and it's amazing.
Raspberry lemon.
I've had it and it's amazing, yes.
Dribble.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going
On
non-traditional.
What are you doing this for Thanksgiving?
I'm cooking for my family, or my family that's here.
Oh, nice. Are they all coming in for Thanksgiving?
No, but my sister lives here.
Oh, no shit.
Her boyfriend. I
We've
got a
never
few
met
other
her.
people too. Yeah, no.
We've never met her. She's never come into the studio to watch you
She
work.
lived in the studio actually.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
She also came to a party at whose house?
I don't know.
One of the houses. I think it was a holiday party last year. She came.
No,
Nope.
no.
Okay.
No.
I'm imagining that.
That was my ex-girlfriend.
No.
Ah, yes. yes, it
I feel
was.
like your sister
Felt,
came to one
it
party.
felt like a sister.
No, Giorgio, you're gonna have to go ahead and shut her
Shut up,
down.
Delco.
Yeah,
But yeah, I also do, and don't cringe. Well, I made it last time, Delco, and it didn't work out, so don't go off of that. But a from scratch green bean casserole.
Okay.
Oh, it was
By
great.
that I mean, well, when I brought it to the Friendsgiving, like I didn't cook the green beans enough. It didn't turn out good. But
Oh, fuck, I
you
wasn't
like
here.
make your own. You don't use like a canned soup or
Yeah,
anything. It's
yeah,
like bacon, onion, all of that. I love a green bean casserole. It's a controversial, polarizing dish, but I love it.
I think I'm going Italian. I think I'm gonna make sauce from scratch and maybe some chicken parm, some
gravy,
meatballs.
huh?
I don't.
A
I don't
gravy.
mind that. And here's why. I think turkey itself
Sucks.
it sucks.
It does suck.
And
It does
unless we can, the only form I haven't had is a turducken or like a deep fried one, and I think that's all that's
No,
left.
the
at this
smoked.
point.
I'm going
Smoked
spat-
is,
The smoked turkey is the only way
It's
that you
okay,
can
but it's-
retain any of
but it's
the.
just okay. I would rather
Right.
have smoked chicken or smoked
I
ribs.
did it last
or,
year where I did all these things to the turkey and it still tastes like fucking
Still
turkey.
No,
tastes
you're
good.
right.
You
Yeah.
brine it.
You're right.
I'm going spatchcock this year.
Ooh,
Oh.
there you go.
So
Smoked
Jake
spatchcock?
Gyllenhaal
No,
this morning on Kelly and Ryan said he's going spatchcock.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah.
I should have done that.
I think you're fine. It's still turkey at the end of the day, right?
Yeah, and I'm gonna brine it again this year, even though it didn't do shit last year. Like
You
I mean,
still got to.
Yeah.
You still got to do it.
In fact, I'll probably do that tonight.
We made ribs on
Wait, Giorgio, real
Christmas
quick,
last
where are
year.
you going? Are you going to be here? You don't have to say it on the mic. Are you going to be here?
For Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I'm gonna be here. I may invite over that girl from last night and just try to like really,
I was gonna
And
say,
just
she's
go
on a
shot
date.
for shot.
Throw up all over her face?
you know,
Just shot for shot, dude.
black out the windows.
Love
Wake
it.
up on Sunday. See what happens.
Love
Sure.
it. Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Fair enough,
We
bud.
support you. We support you in that. So
Sorry
throw
we
up
didn't
all
do
over
a
her face.
Friendsgiving this year.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I'm
Next
alive
year.
this year, so
Well,
maybe we'll see. Still 2 days left.
maybe that's why we did do it.
Maybe, yeah, because you were like,
'Cause
oh,
you
hey.
weren't there, yeah.
Sure.
And gosh, we had such a great time, huh, Delco?
Did you?
Yeah,
Did you
we
guys all
all
get together?
we did.
That was Christmas, right?
No, we did a Friendsgiving at D'Anthony's,
Was that Friendsgiving? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
right?
I thought that was closer to Christmas.
Oh, was it kind of an in-betweener? But we did. Thought we did Thanksgiving
It
stuff.
might have been
I
Thanksgiving.
wasn't here, Jesse. So, no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
It's fun.
I was just clicking a stick for more morphine, and that was kind of it.
Right.
I had a great Thanksgiving. Not that I remember any of it.
Right. Maybe next year we'll have our shit together enough. The company will be flourishing will be like all on the other side, and I'll be like, hey guys, I'm gonna do a big.
We'll see. It's tough times out there with the recession. Kids, join us at 2 o'clock live on Patreon here. We'll be doing Drinking Bros podcast, video show, and then at 4 o'clock we'll be doing the college football pick'em show.
Should we do the NFL?
NFL's tomorrow.
I know, but should we change that? Because obviously the college football playoff rankings come out tonight. There's multiple games on Thursday for the NFL. Maybe we want to get ahead with the NFL first.
No, we sure don't.
That would make more sense. That would make a lot of sense, actually.
No, we're doing college today.
What time?
NFL, there's
what time?
Last night's game, there's still a lot of injuries. We're doing that at 4. We're doing that at 4 o'clock today.
Fuck.
Why? That's on the schedule.
Well, 3:30-ish.
Yeah, 3:30. 3:30, yeah.
Hopefully we can get 3:30.
I think so. I think we can do it. If we dream it, we can achieve it. And that's what my grandfather always said, So we have that, and then we have NFL tomorrow. We got 3 shows tomorrow. Join us on Patreon live at 2 o'clock for Drinking Bros podcast. And then we'll see you on the old YouTubes for Drinking Bros Sports for college football, kids. Because we got the Egg Bowl, too, on Thursday.
Right, but again, the rankings come out tonight, so
I understand.
We keep
talking
about
too
games
early.
that aren't top 25 games.
For the NFL, doesn't matter.
I don't know.
There's one game this weekend.
Sounds like it makes sense. Like maybe.
Either way, I have to do an extra show, Jesse. So
no, I know. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. Got to do an extra show.
Yeah.
Not that I mind, I'm here for the people, damn it. Thanks for joining us.
D'Anthony's kicking me out. Okay.
Go to iTunes,
Bye, guys.
rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also go to Spotify and just click a 5-star and get the fuck out of there. For Jesse Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the Revolucion. Buenos tardes, everyone.
Good afternoon.